Good Sunday afternoon. I wanted to go ahead and post my last video blog, and this blog is in relation to the month of March. March is Women's History Month, and as a one-time woman studies major, I wanted to discuss the racism slash racial prejudice thoughts that many of our first wave feminists once harbored towards African Americans. I can recall in high school reading the rest of chapters and text that my world and U.S. history professors would assign. They they kind of skipped over some things, but the kind of man that I am and the kind of learner that I am, I would go ahead and skip around and read other stuff and read other chapters. And I came across in the text Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Let me pronounce her name right. I want to have respect for her, despite her racial prejudice ways. So some women who fought for the rights of other women to vote had great disdain for African Americans. It troubles me and it disturbs me because the women's suffrage movement, along with feminism, the responses, the actions and behaviors of these affluent white women led to thousands of black men being lynched. I'm gonna name some people who are not perfect. Nevertheless, they are considered great women's rights individuals. We have Margaret Sanger, Susan B. Anthony, as I've said earlier, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Anna Howard Shaw, Alice Paul, Carrie Chapman Catt, Laura Clay, Belle Kearney, Frances Willard, and the great sociologist Charlotte Perkins Gilman. I had the esteemed pleasure of reading The Yellow Wallpaper and some other sociological theories from Charlotte Perkins Gilman. She's considered one of the four foremost powerful and sociological thinkers of the late 1800s and early 1900s until she committed suicide. But nevertheless, she had disparaging thoughts and made disparaging comments on African Americans. These women were all eugenist, and they thought that African American women should have their right to reproduce. The right to reproduce should be restricted and prohibited. They also believed that African American men, once gained extreme rights of white men to a degree, would rape white women and kill white babies. These things are duly documented. I read multiple texts today. I read the history of Kentucky suffragettes, and I also read some other texts today, When and Where I Enter by Paula Giddens. And I'm just confused. I'm confused as to how African Americans can sit idle and celebrate these women as heroes. I make no claim that these folk are not heroes to me. White women falsely accusing black men of rape led to black neighborhoods being burned to the ground. Nevertheless, that part of history has been pushed to the back burn, and African Americans have been taught and have been told to just forget about the past. A black education psychologist by the name of Dr. Amos Wilson suggests the past is always present. The things that happened in the past are present right now in the 21st century. We cannot ignore these things or we will continue to repeat history. thank you very much for allowing me to borrow some of your time. I hope you enjoyed my video blog.